everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Vikings coming in at 5-4, going up against the Texans, who come in at 4-5.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push him back more. Here's Watson. Right side, caught for Dorowitz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 1st down, it's Watson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Tyler. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They were in the 4-3. Mike linebacker made a great tackle.
And when that happens, generally it means that the guys up front, the 4-down defensive linemen, have absorbed all the blockers and allowed him to run free to the football. He ends up with a textbook tackle.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Anthony Barr. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. Give him 30 yards there. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And out of bounds just shy of the end zone at the 1. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, He's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the open. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Set to go now as the punter, Jake Shum, will do the honors. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. To throw now on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Ten yards still left on second down. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run.
Let's go!
Middle of the field, a breakaway. 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. And his kick is right through. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, but the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Second down following the run. Watson now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Going up top. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
3.5 to go, first quarter.
Let's go. What?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he rifles one incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. From the end zone, Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Tyler. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Let's go.
On 1st down, Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Throwing again is Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can right foot in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Second down, 9 yards to go. A shotgun snap for Watson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Linval Joseph in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Second down now after the incompletion. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Cook following the penalty.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hodges. On second down, Cook. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Back to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now a handoff looking right. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hodges. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Here we go.
Now back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down at the 9-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
On 1st and 10, Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here we go. What? Nothing. Ohio. Flex round. Ohio.
Now it's Watson, the bootleg. He's going to air one out. The 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He rifles one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And out now come the Vikings. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here at 2nd and 12.
Let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A dump down to McKinnon. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him at the 32-yard line. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go. Brand 38.
They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Let's go. Flex round.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
Come on, let's go.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. That's a strong run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Now Franks for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Watson trying to get his guys moving.
Let's talk about football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Brand 38.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. This is Crowell. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Let's go. 1-0.
Now Watson operating from the gun. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Watson off play action. And he's going to go down again. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Gonna need something special here on third and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
This is taken at about the 14. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They're going to look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
7 yards to go on second down. Hearns the man in motion left. Play clock winding down. Back to the ground. This time Cook. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The Vikings on third down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for the deep ball. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Caught left side Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Here to his running back. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now they try the right side here. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here we go.
Watson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First down and goal to go from the 7. Now Watson. And it's caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jay Prosh, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. Here's Watson. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. The play clock's running down. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
This is taken at the 15. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
Here we go.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. In motion is Fedorowicz. Back to the air, Watson on second down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, batted free. Throwing on third down, Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Watson on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Tyler. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
And he's got it up and through. Here's the punter, Shum, to send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. And now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down.
Come on, let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And now it's second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Come on, let's go. 38.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Let's go.
Left side, Cook. Down to the 25. A gain of 3, second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Come on,
play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The Vikings on third down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 7. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He'll look to throw. Left side caught by Diggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Franks to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Watson now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Texans on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Let's go!
On first down, Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Come on, let's go!
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play.
Come on, let's go!
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's got it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And the lead is up to 14. Set to go now as the punter Jake Shum will do the honors. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Come on, let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hodges. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
And the back goes into motion. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Flex round.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. That is caught inside the 5. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, big hit. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson is going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. A huge play there for Houston. 58 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go. What? None. Ohio.
Watson now to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Here's the punter Shum to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. They run it again with Cook. 9 yards on the play and a first down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans are going to win the football game. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Houston, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, good night, everybody.